Financial domains are a core feature of Aquila Cloud's FinOps platform, as it allows for custom grouping of cloud resources utilized by different organizational units or cost centers. These financial domains form the basis for financial management of cloud computing that encompasses aggregate costing, budget governance, observability of cost and performance trends, and more. Here, we will go over how to create new domains and manage or edit existing ones. The financial domain page in FinOps offers a brief overview of all the currently added high-level domains, their past, present, forecasted and cumulative spends, along with progress towards budgeted limits set by the user and for reservations and savings plans. It also flags any domains that might have shot over the current or the expired budget. Any of these details can then be further explored for additional information through the multiple features available on the FinOps platform. More columns can be added to the list for details using the View Columns option, whereas the data can be downloaded in a spreadsheet format using the Download option. To start with, we'll learn how to add a new financial domain and how to customize it per the organizational requirements. It should be noted that to create a financial domain, the user should have FinOps admin or specific domain administration permissions. There are two primary options located in the top right of the page. Add domain, which can be used to add a custom new domain for the suite to monitor. The other option, Auto Create, simply requires picking a cloud platform and automatically configures the new domain to be added, including all the resources that are available with that cloud provider. If the auto creation of a domain is enabled from administration settings, which is the default setting, any new cloud environment onboarded will automatically create a default domain with the same name that will show up here in the list of domains. Starting with manually adding a new domain, we give it a name for identification and include or exclude charges that will be reflected in the upfront costs that are visible on the dashboard. These are imported from the cloud providers, which means any credits available there and discounts or fees applicable will show up in the drop-down for include or exclude charge types. Please note that only one of the two fields can be functional at a time. If charges are included, the exclude field should not be used and vice versa. Next, we have the option to create a shared domain to allow multiple resources to share costs. This has been explored in detail in a separate video, the link for which is available in the description. We will continue with the creation of a traditional financial domain here. The specific resources which will be included or excluded in the financial domain can be selected using the respective include and exclude radial buttons here. Further down the page we can see the Manage Resources section that allows us to do that. The way this works is that the categories that are included from the radial buttons and selected in the Manage Resources section will be included in the new financial domain being created and the spend calculations, whereas those that are excluded won't. To make this clearer, we'll demonstrate by adding a new financial domain using custom parameters. We start by naming the new domain as Aquila Cloud's Demo. We won't be using any charges for this domain. The budget for the domain, its reset period and the time range for which the budget will be monitored can be adjusted here. For this demo we will take the budget as $1,000 and the time frame as 1 month only, from January to February of 2023. We will be including the resources from 2 accounts from separate cloud providers to demonstrate the versatility of financial domains and excluding the engineering resource group. For this, we will leave the account's radial button at include and set the resource group's radial button to exclude, since we need to specifically remove that resource from the financial domain. Next, we go to the Add button with the Accounts tab selected in Manage Resources and include Aquila_OCI and Aquila_Azure Pay-as-you-go. These are Aquila's Oracle Cloud and Microsoft Azure environments respectively. As visible, all the sub-accounts are also selected with the primary ones. If any are not required, they can be unchecked. Click Apply to move forward. The Preview section will show all the resources that have been included for domain creation. Next, we go to the Resource Groups tab. Remember that since Exclude is selected for this, any resources we select will be removed. We navigate to the second group and select Engineering. Once applied, these will show up in the preview pane. In case any selections are to be removed, we can use the checkbox in the preview pane along with the delete button to remove them. Now all we need to do is click Save and we're done creating a new financial domain. As we can see, This shows up in the domain list as a new domain. In this list we can also see the allocated budget, its reset period, the start and end dates, the spends for the domain, including the current spend details, which is now the aggregate cost of the two accounts excluding the engineering resource group, sorted into instance and storage spends, the progress per the budget, represented graphically, along with the forecast based on past and current usage and the option to view more details and resource consumption in a bar graph. Then there is the alerts section, which will raise flags if a particular domain is nearing or exceeding the allocated budget limit, even if expired. And lastly, the options to edit and delete domains. The edit option takes us back to the add page we used to create this new domain to alter our selections. Other than this, the top left of the page contains the domain navigation link that allows FinOps users to drill down into specific parent or subdomains. This can be done by manually navigating to it or using the search box to locate it. The search box on the top right facilitates domain search. That sums up the financial domain in FinOps governance. Please feel free to reach out in case any queries remain.